My name is Steve. I'm from Houston, Texas. Um, I was raised in Jasper, Texas. That's where my drinking, you might say, started. I had my first drink when I was 13. Uh, it was Everclear, and it was quite tasty. It was something that I really liked. It kind of released something in me that I don't know how to describe it. I guess you call it a beast. And it lasted 45 years. Alcohol got worse as if I got up in my 20s. I went to Korea when I was 17 years old or 16. That's where they introduced me to drugs. I never had any drugs until I went over there. Matter of fact, I did drugs that don't even have any name. That got you high. So after that, all I wanted to do was get high. That was the way of life. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way I was going to spend my life, is getting high. After I got back to the States, my drinking got a little heavier. And I probably went into my first rehab when I was 20, 21. And then my rehabs become a way of life. I've been in like 23 treatment centers and 7 mental institutions. I don't know how many times I've been arrested. The last count was 56. I don't know. Alcohol was a friend of mine. It was somebody that, if I was lonely, I could depend on. Alcohol worked for me for a good 30 years. And all of a sudden, I started working for it. I started working for alcohol. Whatever it said do, I did. I met a woman. Everybody meets a woman, and your drinking really spirals. But when we got married and I had a beautiful child, and it was crazy. My wife and I could drink together. That was a problem. Every time I drank, she'd drink, and it wasn't pretty. We had a pretty bad relationship when we drank. Actually, I've been married more times than I can remember due to alcohol. It was my fault just about every time. Alcohol is something that calls you. I don't know. Once it's in your mind, you've already relapsed before you drink. That's just that simple. I mean, you relapse in your mind and then you act out. After all these treatment centers, nothing was working. Absolutely nothing. And then I met a person that told me about Wiseman Ministries, and he said it was a faith-based ministry. I didn't know Jesus. I mean, I was raised with my dad, Church of Christ, but he never went. I really didn't have any training or teaching growing up. But anyway, when I got to Wiseman Ministries, I thought I'd try it. That was in 2012. I think I was in and out of Wiseman for about 2 years. I think about 3 or 4 times I was left and came back. Thought I could do it again. God kept slapping me back in there. Finally, in 2014, something hit me that says, God's telling you to stay. I've been here ever since 2024. I've been here about 12 years. Become staff member. I messed up a few times. But anyway, that's due to alcohol as well. But God's working on me, and hopefully I'll live a Christian life. I mean, that's all I want, to help others. That's it. Seek help. Seek God. If you can't seek Wiseman Ministries, seek somebody that knows God, shares God, and multiplies God. Because that's the only way. Jesus is the only way. I didn't know that all it took was Jesus. Golly. I'd have done it a long time ago. But seek God and don't give up. Can you erase it? Tim Wiseman is a man that he's never ever going to give up helping people. I asked him one day, when are you going to quit building these GOGs? Man, you're driving us crazy. He says, whenever a soul is saved. That's what he told me. So that's his lifelong goal, is to save every person that he can. He probably got feet like tree roots that goes up in his brain. Thank y'all for getting rid of this thing.